This video is going to be your new vacation fitness guide. So make sure you save it. You can keep it in your back pocket. So next time you go away, you can follow these exact 6 steps to maintain your fitness while enjoying your vacation. And I actually just followed these steps while I went away for the last week. They're incredibly effective, and I've been using them with clients for a decade now. And if you're new here, my name is Jesse Rosenthal. I'm an online trainer who works with men from all over the world, and I've been doing it for about 13 years now. And before I dive into these 6 steps, this is my promise to you. If you follow even 5 out of these 6, you will have more peace of mind when going away on vacation, that you actually have a plan and a blueprint that works, that allows you to still enjoy the vacation without going backwards in your fitness. Step 1 is to stay active. Try to get in plenty of steps, try to walk wherever you can. This is what I just did when visiting Miami. We were getting in 10 to 20,000 steps every day, walking to the beach, walking around the city, walking everywhere we wanted to go. Step number 2, and this is an important one, grab some protein-based snacks once you get to your destination. And this is exactly what I did and what I recommend you do, which is to grab 1 protein shake and 1 protein bar for each day that you're away. And this ensured that I at least got in about 50 grams of protein from these really low-calorie snacks each day while I was away. And this is actually really helpful on vacation, because when we're away, naturally we are gonna eat a lot less protein than we might typically do. And getting those extra 50 grams or so of protein per day really adds up over the course of a week or 2-week vacation. We're talking about hundreds of grams of protein that you would have otherwise missed out on. And this just simply helps to maintain body composition while you're away. Step 3 is to have 1 to 2 pieces of fruit every day as a snack. So what we did was we picked up those protein-based snacks to keep in our hotel, as well as a piece of fruit to have each day. And what I've learned is that on a vacation, it's very easy to go a whole week or more without having a singular piece of fruit. And we're often very low on fiber as well while we're away. But these last 2 steps are meant to be your go-to snacks for your vacation. So I don't want to be snacking on all sorts of stuff all throughout the day while on vacation. I want your go-to snacks to be your protein shake, your protein bar, and some fruit, because chances are you'll be going out to eat on your vacation every day, probably multiple times. And if we're adding a bunch of snacks on top of that, it can easily add thousands of calories to your week. Step 4 is to drink between half a gallon and a full gallon of water every day. It's very easy to get dehydrated when you're on vacation, especially if you're going to a hot climate or if you're somewhere where you are walking a lot. So making sure that you're properly hydrated is really helpful for your overall health. What we just did when we were on our last trip was we picked up a full gallon jug of water every single day, and we had that plus some additional water on top of that. So between me and Morgan, we split the gallon jug, and then we had additional water with each meal that we were eating. Step number 5, and this one is optional based on the type of trip that you're on. Find a local gym and get in a workout or 2. I personally love trying out new gyms and seeing what equipment they have and what the atmosphere is like. And during our time in Miami, we checked out a nice gym and got a couple workouts in, and it was really something that I looked forward to. Most gyms have a free day pass online, but if not, they'll definitely allow you to pay for a day pass. So if you also enjoy working out and it's something you look forward to, and it's not something that's gonna take away from the vacation, I encourage you to go ahead and look for a local gym. But I also acknowledge that not every trip you're going to set aside the time to do this. For example, we went to Italy for our honeymoon a couple years ago, and we didn't go to any gyms and work out because we weren't in Italy to do workouts. We were trying to cram in as many experiences as we could in our 10-day trip. And setting aside an hour or 2 to go to a gym and work out was not part of that trip. And that's totally fine as well. But if it's a shorter vacation or a work trip or some other type of trip where you don't mind getting in a workout, that's always what I look to do as well. Step number 6, and this is probably the most impactful one that can help out the most with limiting fat gain on a vacation. So listen carefully. Between appetizers desserts and drinks, I want you to pick one of the following, but not multiple of them. So this is for when you're going out to eat for lunch or for dinner or both. If you follow this rule, you may save thousands of calories over the course of your trip, because an appetizer by itself can be 1,000 calories, and a dessert at a restaurant by itself can be 1,000 to 2,000 calories easy. Each drink that you get, that can be 150 to 300 calories. So if you have 3 or 4 drinks, it really adds up. Throw all of that on top of a normal entree, and you're looking at a meal that could be around 5,000 calories if you opt for all of those. But if you just choose your favorite, if dessert is your favorite and you just choose that and your entree, you're looking at a much more reasonable amount of calories for that meal. And again, just to be clear, I'm not saying you can't ever drink or you can't ever have dessert or you can't ever have appetizers. I'm saying for each time you go out to eat, pick your favorite. Just don't opt for everything. And if you want to be someone who's in really good shape, who's really healthy, you can't have every single add-on, every single extra on top of whatever entree you want. There has to be some level of discipline there. And from my experience, if you follow these 6 steps, you're still going to be able to have an amazing time on your vacation and enjoy everything you wanted to enjoy while still maintaining and prioritizing your health and fitness. One thing that's really important to understand for your mindset and expectations going through your fitness journey and going through life is that not every trip you will treat the same and you will approach the same. I just mentioned before how when we went to Italy, I had a different approach than I did for this most recent trip to Miami. This trip to Miami was technically a vacation, but I expected to still do some work and do client check-ins. I expected to still try to stay on track with my eating and with my training. I planned to still track my macros as closely as possible, and I very tightly followed these 6 steps. But when we went to Italy, it was a totally different approach. I wasn't tracking my macros when we went there. I wasn't even trying to. I didn't plan to do any workouts. The point of that trip was to experience another culture and to go to another country that I had never been to before and really just soak in as much as I possibly could, not even worry 1% about my fitness or my nutrition or anything like that. I wanted to experience all the great foods that Italy had to offer. So I knew I was going to be off track for that whole trip pretty much, but I was very adamant about being consistent leading up to that trip and getting back on track as soon as I returned. I still put in 48 weeks or 50 weeks in that year of being really consistent. So that's something to keep in mind, is that not every trip you will follow all 6 of these steps to a T or even expect to. And other trips, you will try to follow them very closely, and that's totally fine. That's the way life goes. But you have these steps now and this game plan to use on your next trip if you choose to, and if you really are trying to maintain your fitness and prioritize your fitness on that next trip. Make sure you save this video. And if you want to join thousands of other high-performing men to get my weekly email tips, you can click the link down in the description of this video. I try to share helpful and valuable information and trainings just like this video to those people every single week. And if you did find this video helpful, I highly encourage you to check out this one as well, and I'll catch you over there.